our trusted trustee, Washington Union District. So at this time, I'm going to ask all of our candidates to come up. Our first round of candidates, we have Mr. Charles Montoya for District 3. Mr. Montoya, welcome. Come on up. We got your name here. Let's give it up to Mr. Montoya. Next candidate, Mr. Nickolas Wildstar, a candidate for District 5. I think he just ran to the restroom and we'll bring him back up. But in the meantime, I see my friend, Ms. Jalen Swank, here in the front row. Ladies and gentlemen, District 3. And Mr. Wildstar, candidate for District 5. So candidates, we're trying, as you know, this is going to, there's a time exercise. We'll be asking everyone various questions. Before we get into the actual candidate questions, we have first I want to introduce you to some of our panelists. You see our candidates here, but we, as the African American Community Council, have what we consider a dynamic group of individuals with a wealth of knowledge from a wide walk of life. So we got some young people, some younger people, and we have some real expertise in the room. So a couple persons I want to introduce our panelists. We have Mr. Cameron Evans, student of African American Studies at Fresno City College. We have another one of my favorite people, one of my lodge brothers, a community killer, Mr. Bailey. And Mr. Bailey, lifetime West Fresno resident, longtime community activist, Ms. Michael N. Lewis. And we have the Honorable Cecil McDonald. Cecil McDonald from College. I'm going to bring also Mr. McDonald up tonight. He's going to give a little education piece on why are we here? Why do we put this whole African American Community Council thing together? And what's the importance of us getting together and being able to have a voice with elected officials like yourself? Mr. McDonald.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming. The education piece. This is about Fresno City Council. Fresno City Council is a 7-member board, legislative body of the city. And their duties are to enact laws, approving the city budget, directing city services, public safety, sanitation, and water. Now, they are elected to 4-year terms. They engage in land use decisions, policy formulation, and constituent service. Okay, the key issues: legislative action, creating, debating, and voting on city ordinances and resolutions. Budget oversight, setting the scope, direction, and financing the city services. Constituent services, that all of us that are voters are the constituents, okay? Representing residents for their specific district, advocating for neighborhood improvements, and acting as liaisons between community and city department, acting as liaisons for us out here. Land use and zoning, making critical decisions on land development and land policies. Committee participation, representing the city on various boards, commissions, and committees. Appointments, of reviewing city programs, projects, and assisting the council initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm good on the clock. I'm getting ready to go sit down. We get ready to get started. These are your panelists. These are the people. Being a former elected official, they work for us, we don't work for them. Okay, they work for us, we don't work for them.
All right. Y'all heard it from the true authority on the whole legislative process. So welcome again to everyone who was just able to make it here tonight. So if you haven't received the flyer, we want to make sure everyone got a hold of that. Most of you got here because you seen the flyer. So just a quick rundown on how we're going to do things. So we have 3 groups of individuals. Each group will have 45 minutes. Candidates will give you 45 minutes to ask a series of questions. I believe you've seen the questions already. We provided all. So audience, we've given you a scorecard. So we don't want it to just be saying that, oh, Justin thinks X candidate is better. Or Cecil thinks Y candidate is better. We want to hear your voice. So when we put our publications out, as the African American Community Council will say, this is what the community voted. The community said, this candidate did a phenomenal job. The community says, this is the person we're going to cast our vote for. So candidates, we encourage you to knock out the park. And each question will be timed. We have given you 3 minutes to answer each question. There'll be 3 questions to answer each question. Our lovely timekeeper, Ms. Marianne Keys, is right here. She'll also keep you on track. 3 minutes, that's it. You'll get the job. And, it won't be so, brother. And so she will also be our official tally keeper. So we have Ms. Marianne Keys along with Dr. Hendricks. I'll get you to come forward. Okay. So they will. Oh man, we'll get you a notice. So in the meantime, before we get into the questions, we're going to give you 3 minutes to have a word. Let the community know who you are. So I'll go ladies first if you don't mind, and we'll work our way down the list. Ms. Swank, 2 minutes, pardon me. That's 2 minutes. Ms. Swank, if you would, please introduce yourself to the community. Let us know why you should be our next D3 City Councilwoman.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Good evening. Thank you very much. I'm not even about myself. My name is Jalen Swank. I'm running for Fresno City Council District 3. I am currently an administrative caseworker with the Department of Public Health. I am a mother to 1 beautiful daughter. And I'm running because you wanted somebody in the community that represented your voice. When you stood up and you said you needed somebody that had integrity, somebody who would listen, somebody who our requests wouldn't fall on deaf ears, I stood up and I answered that call. I am by no means connected to any political parties. I'm not connected to any lobbyists. I'm not connected to the establishment in any kind of way. I'm here to work for the community, and I am the community's voice, and that's why I'm here to represent Southwest Fresno. I work for you, but I would like us to work together to create solutions. I am only one person, but I value the people who have their boots on the ground and that are working every day to make our city great and to make our city what it is. And I know that with innovative solutions and with us working together, we can get the job done. Thank you for your time.
So next, Ms. Wildstar. Again, that's 2 minutes, Ms. Wildstar. You got the skis right here. You got a little timer right there.
You got it. Hello, everyone, and good evening. My name is Nickolas Wildstar. I am a transplant from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I've lived in California for over 20 years, and for the past 6 years, I've had the great pleasure of living in Fresno. I actually stumbled upon Fresno when I was running for governor of California in 2018. I was the nominated Libertarian candidate, which means that if you had voted Libertarian, you'd have me for your governor instead of Gavin Newsom. But I ran for governor. I feel the same way. I ran for governor 3 times. I also ran in a recall election. I also ran for Fullerton City Council when I used to live in Orange County. But while I was running for governor, I had a few stops in Fresno through the Libertarian Party of Fresno. I am a registered Libertarian, and although this is a nonpartisan race, I'm hoping to bring Libertarian principles to the City Council, which is more freedom, less government. Our government is too big. Right now, they're out of control. They're spending our tax dollars without any oversight, and we definitely need to get that under control. That's going to be my goal once I'm elected to Fresno City Council District 5, which is the Sunnyside area. It's part of Kings Canyon that turns into Cesar Chavez Boulevard, which they're going to be changing again soon, shortly. But also near Sunnyside High School and that whole area. So if you know anybody in District 5, please let them know about my campaign and tell them to vote Wildstar for City Council.
All right, another candidate for D3 Mr. Montoya.
Oh, thank you. Not used to people calling me Mr. Montoya. Most people call me Charles, which is totally acceptable for all of you to call me. Except for my opponent. You can call me Mr. Montoya, that's fine. So the reason why I decided to run for city council is throughout the years of living here in Fresno, I've lived in Fresno my entire life. My mom worked in West Fresno at West Fresno Elementary. She was a teacher, then she became a principal. So that meant that my summers were spent in West Fresno, was spent here, playing with kids. As soon as I got old enough, I started teaching these kids on occasion during the summers. It really helped develop a heart for this community, for not just Fresno as a whole, but the southwest side of Fresno. I think that there are so many great things about this area, and I think that we really get a bad rap, and it's unnecessary. If you look around, we have so many great, iconic venues here. We have Chichancy Park, we have the Chappie Zoo, we got Roding Park, we have the Fulton Mall, downtown, all of it. And it's so beautiful and it's so great. One of the things that I want to do is I want to bring our rep back up. We get forgotten so often by the rest of the city. And I think that we're overlooked. And we need somebody in city council to advocate for us, for the community. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because I believe that I am a servant. I have that servant heart. It comes from spending so much time in church. And I believe that as a public servant, it's just like what was said earlier. I work for you guys, and I'm here to serve you. So I hope tonight you get that impression from me and you vote for me. Thank you.
Good evening. Yeah, I'm over here. So we have a series of questions we'd like to ask you. We're going to ask each one of you the same question, and in our different rounds. So just if you don't understand the question, or if you didn't hear the question correctly, please just ask us and we will repeat it for you, okay? So I have the privilege of taking the first question. Fresno has been referred to as a city of haves and have-nots, a tale of two cities, but now we're referred to as one Fresno. What action will you make to implement and improve the Southwest Pacific Plan to make it a true one Fresno? And we can start with Ms. Swank.
Thank you very much for that question. I do believe that it is a city of the haves and the have-not, even though it is called One Fresno. Where I grew up was actually in District 6, where the haves are, and my family resided here in Southwest Fresno. So I can see the complete difference in the infrastructure, the difference in the ways resources are allocated, the attitudes about different parts of town, where you should go, where you shouldn't go. And so I resonate with that phrase very much so. And what I would do to improve that is to take my experiences from living in District 6 and to make sure that we have that implementation over here in Southwest Fresno while still keeping the culture of this great part of town alive by improving the building infrastructure, by investing and improving our parks, by implementing, I was speaking with one of the residents and they want to implement some curriculum in all of the parks over here in Southwest Fresno so that we can get it back alive again, get the kids playing outside and playing outside safely. Those are the types of things that I want to see over here in Southwest Fresno. Those are the things that I'm hearing, and those are the things that I would implement. Thank you.
Would you like me to repeat the question?
No, I think Well, Fresno under Dyer hasn't really improved much to become one Fresno, even though he's promoted that as his message. One of his biggest campaign promises was to improve homelessness, get the people that are unhoused off of the street and into homes. How many of us have actually seen that in our communities? I definitely can say on the southeast side of Fresno, it is not. I actually went out and fed the homeless recently, and in speaking to them, they definitely are seeking more services and aren't receiving as much. And in speaking to the constituency, people in my community, they would like more parks. They would like more after-school programs. They would actually like some sidewalks in residential areas. These are concerns being expressed by my neighbors, who our current city councilman has completely ignored. So I will definitely be moving to take action on those things first. One of the things I would like to do is bring a 3D printing manufacturing facility to Fresno, hopefully the southeast side, that will actually build 3D printed homes. 3D printed homes can be built in less than 24 hours, cost significantly less than some of these housing projects that are being initiated right now. So instead of Fresno spending millions of dollars on slow-moving housing projects, we can lead the future by building smarter, faster, and more efficiently.
Already signed it.
Yes, 3D printed homes. If you Google it on your phone right now, there's...
Sir, these are questions that we're asking the candidates.
I apologize.
Thank you.
Forgive me, but yes, these 3D printed homes, as highly technological as it sounds, we can be on the cutting edge of technology here in Fresno by bringing a manufacturing facility here, which will start more jobs and of course, get the homeless off the street. Thank you.
Mr. Montoya, would you like me to repeat the question?
Thank you. One of the things that I truly do believe, it is true, there is a difference between North Fresno and South Fresno. It's evident in the way that our buildings are. If you go down to Fulton, by Chichansey Park, you'll see buildings that have broken windows or boarded up windows. Now, if you go down to River Park or El Paseo, if there are buildings that are unoccupied, well, they don't have that. They don't look ugly. That's one of the things that needs to change. We need to get on these owners to do their part to make our community look better. There are things that we need to do as city council where we've dropped the ball in sidewalks, in roads. I've got people within my area. I live off of Olive. There's a patch of road on Olive that it is like driving down a series of railroad tracks. It is, quite frankly, ridiculous. It's been that way for years. One of the things that I want to do as your city councilman is I want to take active action. I want to be there, pressing people, getting things done, pushing things through, talking to people. And in certain situations, I might actually be on the ground doing things myself. I think that I want to take a very active role in not just leading, but doing things. I'm not talking about showing up with a traveler of Starbucks and a box of donuts and have everybody else do the work. No, I'm going to be there right there with you, rolling up my sleeves, getting my shoes dirty. I'll probably be wearing boots. I can't be wearing these shoes. That's too much. But that's what I want to do. I want to lead by example, and I want to get what we need done in this community so that we, over here in Southwest Fresno, have the same quality of life as other people in Northwest Fresno. I'm sure some of you guys were at the time. Nutter butter. Okay. We'll talk.
All right. Just real quick, matter of housekeeping. Please silence your cell phones. We're in a somewhat of a blank space, so sound travels really fast. So please help us in respecting our candidates. So we want to make sure we're hearing all the great information they give to us. Mr. Bailey, sir.
Thank you, sir. Number 2, District 3 residents have had little to none new infrastructure, safe streets, clean air, charging stations, beautification, bike lanes, trees, upgraded parks, and community centers, banks, grocery stores, or farmers markets for decades. Question: what action will you take to implement these necessities? Ms. Schwank?
That was a lot of things that we don't have. I think one thing that's extremely important is to stay in alignment with the Southwest specific plan and the things that were implemented there to improve our district. I know that was an issue with the Elm rezone project that just came up at the last city council meeting that was supposed to come up, and that was tabled, and I did tell everybody to not be discouraged, and to go ahead and start getting together so that we can advocate to city council in order to keep the rezone for mixed use. So what I would do is I would appeal to those landowners so that we can get those, that we can keep the mixed use zoning, and that we'll be able to implement those pharmacies and those retail businesses and those things that we need. And yes, that's what I would do. Thank you.
Well, all of those things that you listed off that are missing in District 3 are also missing in District 5. And speaking to the residents there, they would love to have, like I said, more parks, larger parks. They would love to have some community programs, after-school programs, sidewalks. One of the things I would actually like to see is a Black Fresno farmers market. We have one of the Black leading farmers here in Fresno. His name is John Boyd. He's nationally known for Black farmers in America. Why are we not leading the way here in Fresno by having a Black farmers market? So I would definitely like to bring that to District 5 where I am. And as I said to you before, that 3D printed manufacturing facility, we can definitely bring that to Fresno as well. But as far as what you're talking about, it's all having to do with budget shortfalls. Right now, our city council is handing out $100,000 contracts without any oversight. The Fresno Arts Council embezzled $2 million, stolen, just gone, poof, out the air. The Fresno EOC, $15 million, I believe, poof, gone. Nobody knows where it is. So we have millions of dollars that are being collected, taxpayers' money, your money. They should be going towards improving our community. They should be going to improving our schools. They should be going to building more parks. And that's what I'll be doing as city council member. One of my proposals is to actually make sure that all of our finances are on the blockchain. That's an electronic receipt keeping system where you can't change the numbers. So once the data is entered, it cannot be manipulated. This is a way for us to keep track of funds and also see where the money is going.
That's awesome. I get to finish what I was talking about in the last thing. So, the Elm redistricting. You know, I was at the town hall that we had for that. It's very discouraging to hear how there are multiple other sites throughout Fresno where Mid-Valley can take all of their stuff. But they want to take it here, in our district, where we already have bad air, and in a block away from a school, away from homes. That's unacceptable. As your councilman, I will fight to ensure that we have what we deserve, which is good air, which is safe parks, which is safe streets, and anything that I cannot do, I will try to do personally. A good case in point, a few weeks ago, I was going through some of the current, some posts on Facebook, and the subject of the Hinton Center had come up in one of the posts. They'd asked, what do you intend to do about that? And the councilman's representative, I would imagine, said, well, that's not part of, the city doesn't own that, so we're not really gonna do anything about that. But maybe you, the community, would be thrilled to do something about it.
Yes, absolutely.
I thought to myself, if I'm your councilman and this is my district and it's inside of my district, it is my problem.
Right.
So I would be there. I'd be there with a bucket and a mop. I'd be there with a lawnmower. We would get things done because this community deserves to have a better class of life. We do most of the living and the working and the dying. We deserve to have something good here for us. Something good for our children. And I believe that I have the tenacity, the grit, and the will to get it done. Thank you very much.
Question number 3. Residents in District 3 are expected to die 20 years before other residents due to poor air quality, access to quality food, low employment opportunities, structured youth facilities and programs, and ailing senior programs. What action will you take to ensure District 3 residents receive these same necessities?
Well, it is very important that we have access to green spaces. Green spaces have proven to improve the mental health of individuals significantly. And it also aids, when we improve the mental health, we reduce the crime that is in our area. For example, we're only in March, we've already had 9 homicides in Fresno, 6 of them being in Southwest Fresno. If we had more access to community programs for children, if we had safe spaces where they could go out and have a good time and be monitored by community members with a little bit of security around, if we had more programs, if they were connected to youth employment programs and more access to job programs, then we can keep the kids on track. We can put the money back into our youth and back into the homes that are in Southwest Fresno, invest into our communities so that they can invest into us and we keep the money flowing in the community. So those are some of the things that I would do. I would expand youth job corps programs and youth employment programs, expand green spaces, and expand mental health services so that all of our children and all of our residents and all of our elderly can live a better quality of life. Thank you.
Well, as Jalen was saying, it's definitely a matter of improving the quality of life that's going to put us on the upswing here in Fresno. And she's absolutely right. Green spaces are definitely part of the answer. That's why I would like to see more community gardens in Fresno. How many empty lots do we see all over the city that could be transformed into gardens where people can go and get fruits and vegetables and spend their time with their friends and family? We could also convert those into dog parks. We have a lot of people that are walking around neighborhoods with their dogs, going into parks with their dogs, but no specific dog park. We need more skate parks too. We have a lot of people, a lot of youth in our communities that would like to get out there and be active. So if we had more skate parks, more community gardens, and all of these things, then we definitely would see the quality of life improve in Fresno. And of course, by reducing the cost of living will help as well. And like I said, with our city council or city in general, wasting millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, almost every year, of course, nothing is going to get better around here. So accountability should be first and foremost when it comes to serving for you as a representative. That's going to be my goal, is making sure that we're holding our elected representatives accountable. I, as one of those people, will be doing that from the inside. Like this gentleman said here, whoever gets elected, they work for you. For some reason, we've gotten it twisted to where government feels like it's controlling us when we, the people, are the ones who should be controlling them in all of their actions. So I will also be answering to you and you only. Thank you.
I think we need to make sure that we are emphatic with fighting for the things that you guys need. I think oftentimes in the recent years, it's been, man, I did the best I could, I'm sorry. And I think, I had a boss one time, he told me this, he said, I'm sorry is fine the first time. You continue to say it, it becomes less important. And what we need here in District 3, in Southwest Fresno, is we need people who are willing to stand up and say, no, you guys are all pretty well okay up north. Here in Southern Fresno, we have a lot of needs. We have a lot of people. We have health inequality. People are dying at higher rates earlier than they should. Some of that has to do with safety. In my neighborhood, a block away from me, there was a murder 2 weeks ago. And I honestly live in a quiet place. We have to make sure that this area is safe. And we have to continue. And there are a lot of ways to do it. Policing, yeah, sure. But sometimes police doesn't make everybody safe. And I believe that we have to be creative, inventive, and innovative in finding new solutions for us, for this area. Sure, the city council takes care of things all throughout Fresno, but we can never forget about the people who put us here. And that's you guys. So thank you very much.
Question number 4. District 3 has the unique distinction of being a diversity hub of ethnicities, LGBTQ, seniors, socioeconomics. The African American Community Council was formed to address the concerns of the residents and the greater Fresno community. If you are elected, will you support the concerns of this council brought to you throughout our district representative?
Yes, I will support the concerns that are brought up within this council, as well as any concerns that any member of the community brings up. I think it's important for each part of the community to form councils like this, not just the African American community, but the Latino community, LGBTQ, and for me to be able to go into those spaces and see what are our specific needs, because intersectionality is important. How we live our lives is important. We are all different and unique in different ways, but in some ways we have overlaps, and it's important to understand how those overlaps affect us as a people, and how myself as a council member would be able to contribute to that. What policies would be harmful, what policies would be helpful, and somewhere meet in the middle so that we are all able to thrive here in District B. Thank you.
I have to agree with Ms. Jalen again. She's absolutely right. We definitely need to be coming together. Our demographic makeup in Fresno is extremely diverse. It's one of the most diverse in the entire nation, which is why a lot of the mock elections or any type of trials or decisions that the nation tends to make, they put eyes on Fresno. So I definitely think we should be leading the way and making sure our entire community is heard. Right now, our city council, if you go to speak to them, if you go to a city council meeting and voice your concerns, it falls on deaf ears. We even had one city council member at a recent city council meeting tell one of the people that was speaking, "I don't give a about you." That's not definitely exemplary of a representative of the people of the community. We should be caring about anybody and everybody, including those people that we disagree with. As many people that I've spoken to, whether it be the north side of Fresno, south side, east side, west side, whatever side, everybody agrees the same, which is that they want more accountability when it comes to our government representatives. Right now, they could care less about us and what we would like to support, which is why I would like to also include a legislative change that would include you. So it would make every city council vote or decision, your voice would be included on that. By taking a vote, we could be sending out a poll every time a legislative change is considered, so that everybody in Fresno has an opportunity to vote on it and express their concerns. Right now, that isn't happening, and I definitely will make moves to do that once I'm elected to city council. Thank you.
To answer your question, yes, absolutely. I'm a big proponent of perspective. And I know I don't have the only one. I welcome everybody's perspective. There might be something that you see that I can't see. There might be issues that you guys have that I just won't ever have. Diversity is a big part of District 3. We have both here and Tower. It doesn't get any more diverse than that. That is a completely different walk of life. However, it doesn't mean that anybody's desires are any less valid to me. As your councilman, one of the things that I want to do on a monthly basis is have a town hall where you guys can come to me and we can actually talk together. I believe having that open line of communication is paramount because I can't accurately represent you if I don't really know you. So yes, I'll always have the door open. I will always take time to listen to you guys. That is a promise that I will have. And just like this gentleman said, y'all are recording, so you're going to have to hold me to that. Thank you very much.
So I think we get ready to wrap this thing up with our first round of candidates. We're going to give every one of our candidates 1 minute. Here's your chance for that big sales pitch. If you would. So I'm going to switch up just a little bit. I'll let Mr. Montoya, I'll let you take the stage, and here's your 1 minute closing statement. Ms. Keys, 1 minute.
All right. Man, I was really hoping to go last. I know. As your city councilman, I've said a lot of things tonight, made a lot of promises. I intend to keep them. I've heard it said, you got to keep your promises if you want to keep your friends. And that's something that I intend to do for all of you. I don't expect to get all of your votes. I mean, there's a few of you that are running against me, so you know. But I do promise, if you vote for me, there will be a new voice in Fresno. Things will change here. We don't have to have the same old that we've had for the last several decades. A vote for me is a vote for change. Thank you.
Well, I'm calling my campaign the Dream Campaign. As I said to you before, I've ran for office many times. This is actually my 8th campaign for office. And I'm calling this the Dream Campaign because I'm here to make your dreams come true. I want to dream big, and I want you to dream big with me. Out of all of the people that I've been talking to on the campaign trail, I've been hearing so many things. People wanting community public misters, public restrooms. They want an HBCU in Fresno. It would be the first one on the West Coast. There is none. That would be great if we had an HBCU in Fresno. And we can do that if we bring together our community and bring together bright people like you see here on this panel with actual ideas to grow this city and develop it into something more than what it is right now. It has extreme potential and is being held back by people with outdated mentalities. Let's move to the future. Vote Wildstar for City Council.
Thank you everyone for your time. Thank you for coming out tonight. This is a very serious matter. This is your opportunity to vote for somebody who looks like you, to vote for somebody who understands your concerns and understands your needs, who your requests don't fall on deaf ears. This is your opportunity to elect somebody and to elect a full panel of city council members who will turn this thing upside down on its head and that will listen to you and work for you until our hands bleed. They'll put our boots on the ground with you. And I'm asking you to stand with me, Jalen Swain, Fresno City Council District 3.